there were some questions about the paradoxes we discussed for the last time. So somebody says, a question I have about the paradoxes covered, specifically the lottery paradox, about the stance a person takes. One can either be confident that their ticket will lose or confident that their ticket might win. The belief either way doesn't change the outcome. So isn't this just a psychological question between those who see the glass half full and those who see the glass half empty? I think it's important, so in response to this question, I think it's important to realize that the issue with both the lottery and the preface paradox, is an issue about what's rational. So it's not about what you in fact believe, if anybody in fact believes. That's a psychological question, or what people's confidence in fact are. It's about what the rational thing to believe is. And the idea with the lottery paradox is that it is irrational. It would be irrational to believe that every ticket is that ticket 1's a loser, ticket 2's a loser, ticket 3's a loser, ticket 4's a loser, and then all the way to ticket 1,000,000, and then at the end say, but I believe one of the tickets is going to win. That seems like it's irrational, but it's hard to make sense of what stance we should take there, and that's why this idea of sort of Bayesian or partial degreed belief or credence epistemology comes in. So it's about what's rational. What is rational to believe, whether you in fact believe it or not, isn't the central topic in these paradoxes. Another question: would it be correct to say that we have not just very high credence, but 100% credence that one ticket will win, because there are 1,000,000 tickets with 1 in 1,000,000 probability of winning? Do any laws of probability suggest that I shouldn't have 100% credence if the conditions were slightly different? So this is a question about the setup of the lottery paradox, and the answer is it actually depends on the setup of the case, what your credence should be. The laws of probability don't determine it either way. So just knowing that each ticket has a 1 in 1,000,000 chance doesn't determine whether you should be totally confident that one of the tickets will win or not. What it depends on is just the facts about the lottery. If it's like a raffle style lottery, a lottery where maybe you've done these, you buy a raffle ticket and they take it, and there are actually 2 tickets with the same number on it, and they give you one and they put the other in the big bowl they draw from. If it's that kind of lottery, then when they put their hand in and draw out a ticket, there's going to be somebody's ticket is going to win. So in that case, you should have 100% confidence that some of the ticket's going to win. If you actually play the real lottery, like a regular state lottery somewhere, often what you do is you give numbers. You say, I'm going to choose these numbers. That actually leaves open the possibility that nobody wins, or that more than one person wins, because different people can choose the same numbers, and not every set of numbers or every combination of numbers is usually chosen. This is why lottery winning sometimes gets so large, because people don't win for consecutive times. So that's a different sort of lottery where, again, in this case, it doesn't look like you should be 100% confident that somebody's going to win. So I know this is a weird answer to this question, but it actually depends on the setup of the lottery. I was thinking in the case I gave you that it was sort of a raffle style lottery where there was a guaranteed winner. But we should just be clear that probability theory can account for either of these cases. So even if you think in both cases your ticket is only 1 in 1,000,000 chance of winning, nothing follows from that about whether you should be sure that one of the tickets wins or not. It depends on the actual setup of the lottery. Somebody asked about the preface paradox. I was wondering if in the preface paradox, could it just be that you're writing the sort of mistake aspect of your preface? The idea that you write, I believe I got something wrong. I believe not everything I said is true. Is it possible that you're just writing that to appear rational, since the probability of having all your beliefs be right is very low? That doesn't mean you believe you've made a mistake. Now, perhaps this question is right. You don't believe you made a mistake. But the issue, again, as with the first question, it's about whether it would be rational to believe this. It's not about whether you actually believe you made a mistake or not. But it seems like it would be rational for somebody to believe each of the claims in their book, but then at the beginning say, you know what, I think I made a mistake. If you're saying you believe it in order to appear rational, it seems like believing it is rational. And it's just hard to explain in terms of ordinary beliefs without discussing credences or confidence. So again, it's an issue of rationality, not of sort of whether, if you think it's rational to do this, that's where the puzzle comes in. How could it be rational to, for each claim in your book, believe it, and then at the beginning say you believe that they're not all true?